2024 was just great with anime original movies. We didn't get a Spy Family Season 3 in 2024, but we did get Spy Family Code White. The action and thriller is great, the Bond family are all in character, and overall it doesn't affect the main story of Spy Family, and the story in it has great heart, totally brings the same energy as the series. Before watching Fate, I was really curious about what kind of anime this is because Saber, who is Shiro Emiya's servant, is OP and might solo the Dragon Ball verse. I like how the setting is similar to Bleach. And the fighting animation by Ufotable just rocks. I really wish I could explain the other reasons for why this anime is great, but I think it's better to keep it a secret as it has something to do with the title. Isekai is about being in another world, slice of life is calm and gives you breaks, and campfiring in another world is both of those genres, and it works very well. Because in lots of fantasy games, food is very important, and this shows Mukoda, the main character, buy Earth food online with magic, and cook it with beast meat. Other than that, it has great comedy and shows a message of that you should take care of your pet, and it's really easy to watch. And while MAPPA animators struggle to animate Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, I bet it was easy animating this anime, because they're used to this kind of style. Editing packs here, I think I'll just take back what I just said there. I forgot that the cooking scenes in this anime are captured from real live-action footage, so I think the animators struggled a bit on this. I definitely get why a lot of people say that Windbreaker is better than Tokyo Revengers. It's not about time leaping so that you can save everyone, but it's about how you do fistfights, and it shows that if you want to get to the top, you need help. And Sakura Haruka is such a great main character. He acts mean, but is very kind, and is only interested in fighting strong people, and his dark backstory of suffering discrimination because of his hair and eyes, which is something you actually don't see that much in other gang animes. And Cloverworks' animation hits so hard. I get why DBS gets a lot of forced hate because of the animation and the illustration difference from DBZ, but I don't have a reason to hate DBS. Like, come on, it's the anime that introduces Ultra Instinct! Anyway, it's great to see an expansion of the Dragon Ball universe. And the fight scenes are very epic, especially the ones with Beerus. I love this history and science anime, showing how it takes generations to prove heliocentrism to the world, and how one single idea can change everyone's life. I wish I could talk about the other great stuff in the anime, but to avoid spoilers, I'll lastly talk about its opening sequence. Kaiju by Sakanakshon. The opening foreshadows so many scenes to happen in the anime, and the leader of Sakanakshon, Ichiro Yamaguchi, worked so hard on the song for about 6 months, even after he recovered from bad physical health. And it is now truly one of my favorite openings of all time. この世界はこつこに未完成だから知りたいんだ I lied. Tokyo Revengers is better than Windbreaker, cause this story arc proves that Takemichi is one of the strongest characters in the anime. He does have strong punches, but his durability is stronger. And even though he was punched so hard by Taiju many times, he always got up. And because he has a strong heart and can change people's hearts with talk no jutsu, it's how everyone in the Tokyo Manji gang accepts Takemichi. It's really great that anime adapted from novels can also get OVAs. Really shows that Violet's scribing skills are so great that she can even write songs about how men coming back from war can finally see their lover again. My first ever seinen anime. The historical details throughout the anime are really great, and even real historical figures like Leif and Canute appear. And what I like the most about Season 1 of Vinland Saga? Thor's and his son, Thorfinn. Because Thor's has a great unknown past and deserves peace, while Thorfinn is naive and wants to fight enemy Vikings. But then, Thor's death led Thorfinn to a very dark path.
Filled with revenge, Thorfinn wanted to kill Thor's killer Askeladd in a duel, but in doing so he had to join Askeladd's team, and kills many people for Askeladd so that Thorfinn can duel him. But after 3 failed attempts of fighting him in a duel, Askeladd died, but not the way Thorfinn wanted to, making Thorfinn's thirst of revenge being meaningless. And it's written so well as a seinen anime. And one more thing to note about this anime is that most sides are neutral. Because just like in real life history, Vikings raided homes and killed people, raped women, stole food and treasure, while their allies was the Viking tribe's home country. It's good to note this up because it also becomes important in Season 2. Other than that, the animation by Wit is amazing.
I knew 2 things about this anime before watching it. One, about Rem and Ram being the mascot characters. And in the first episode, Subaru gets treated unjustly. And so after watching the first 3 or 4 episodes, I got so obsessed with it that it's now my #1 favorite isekai anime. Because the MC, Subaru Natsuki, can use time-leaping powers to save everyone as much as possible every time he dies. And he also does make save points every time he makes progression, just like a video game. And the characters and their designs are just so awesome. You'll hate Julius if he's your enemy, but you'll like him if he's a good ally. Beatrice is a nice girl that acts mean. And Amelia is a half-elf discriminated against by everyone because she looks like a witch, but overcomes that fear thanks to Subaru. And the love story between Amelia and Subaru is written very well. And the #1 thing I love about ReZero is that it balances the positivity and injustice. Unlike other isekai anime that are very positive and makes it easy for people to watch, and then tons of injustice immediately gets shoved into the audience's throat. I'm talking to you, bitch. Don't you dare think you can get away with it. By balancing positivity and injustice, then the audience can be prepared for any injustice to happen, and in between them there's also breaks, so that the story of the anime can actually be trustworthy, and ReZero does that perfectly with the time leaping. Like I said, ReZero is the GOAT of isekai. Another time-leaping anime I love. But there are a lot of crazy plot twists in this 12-episode anime. So without saying any huge spoilers, it's about a young boy preventing a classmate from getting kidnapped. Because the MC regretted that he wasn't able to save her, which I can relate to a lot. Because back when I was in grade 10, a verbally abusive science teacher made an autistic kid in the same class cry. And ever since that happened, I regretted that I should have done more to prevent that from happening. And it is why I love Erased. A new studio called Durian cooked for this movie. Shows a realistic life of how a mangaka's journey started, and spent so much time with their best friends. And the reality in the storytelling really did make me cry. Cause the original Look Back manga was by Tatsuki Fujimoto, the same author as Chainsaw Man. The female characters in Chainsaw Man are written very well, and the same goes to Look Back. So it's really heartwarming that Fujimoto understands women. Remember how I said this in the previous ranking video? However, this One Piece OVA won't be as great as the one I am ranking higher. Yep, One Piece Fan Letter is the best One Piece OVA in the One Piece franchise. Cause each Straw Hat fan boy and fan girl represents the big One Piece fan base very well. And to show that it's in the same universe, it takes place during the Fishman Island arc, and each Straw Hat and other One Piece characters make cameos throughout the episode. And it shows how One Piece fans combine like putting in puzzle pieces. Wait a sec, piece, One Piece! Oh my goodness. I think I just found out what the One Piece might be! But I guess I'll keep it a secret. Anyways, this OVA is goated 10 out of 10.
This is by far the best story arc in Tokyo Revengers, in the anime anyway. Cause when Tenjiku was tearing Toman apart to its lowest point, the only remaining squad captain, Takemichi, who led the remaining 50 or 100 or so gangsters to give all the might they have left to defeat Tenjiku. And when Takemichi was the only one standing, facing someone who's literally stronger than him, there came the best I'm still standing moment in anime history. Now, of course there's the Rock Lee scene and the Zoro scene, but for someone who is a punching bag for most of the story, his strong guts, the use of getting punched by, and his hidden power of durability prove that he's not just a crybaby. An absolute historical epic. Vinland Saga Season 2, aka Vinland Saga Slave Arc, saved my life. So, about 4 years after Ashlad's death, Thorfinn is now a slave in Ketil's farm. While seeing the nightmares of all of the people he killed, trying to drag Thorfinn down because Thorfinn killed them for no reason. But thanks to a friend called Einar, who was a new slave in the farm, Thorfinn starts to overcome that fear. And when the farm was in danger when the Vikings were trying to tear it down, Thorfinn wanted to talk to Knut, the king and leader of that Viking clan, but he had to endure 100 punches from a random guy he just met before reaching Knut, which led to the greatest seinen anime phrase of all time.
俺たちは今日会ったばかりだ。あんた方は俺の敵じゃない。俺に敵なんかいない。
Literally anyone watching can learn an important lesson from this phrase.
And thanks to this phrase, it really did help me become a better person. This movie was solid. A story about two siblings in different places who are both helped by Violet Evergarden. And the message shows that war can separate siblings, but their bond will never end. And Violet Evergarden is one of my favorite animes I've ever watched. So even though I have nothing else to say about this movie is in the 11th spot. Okay, so that was the number 25 to the number 11 spot of anime I watched in 2024 ranked. Honestly, I had no idea that I was gonna post this video late. A lot was happening on my channel and in my real life. At least all that's left is the top 10 spot. So at least I think that's easier to edit than this very long video. I think no one else has ever tried this before. Not Anime 2024 and Winter of last year getting nominated from each category. So something like an Anime Watch vlog ranking I think can be a new idea for anime content creators. So a part 3 of Anime I watched in 2024 rank will be coming soon. So make sure to hit that like and notification button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Now.